Yo, what's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of Kave Talk with Jhamp, man. If this your first time tuning in, I just want to say thank you for for stepping into this space. You know that this is a space where we just keep it raw. We keep it honest. Um, we talk about the journey of growing spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, just as men. Just who chasing after God. Who's chasing after God, and just trying to navigate through real life, man. Like, I know it's been a minute, man. I actually the other day I looked and I was just like, dang, yo, it's been 3 months, man. It's been a whole 90 days. And again, I think I talked about it on the last time. Like, it's rough, trying to navigate, navigate new things. What I'm gonna talk about in this episode is just going through different life changes. Um, but today, man, this episode I'm gonna call it, man, Distracted by Destiny. And all my episodes are personal, but like this one is like I'm truly like in the moment. Like I know sometimes I talk about like things that's happened maybe a few months ago, years ago. I'm actually in this thing right now, um, because lately, like I said, I've been feeling the weight of what it truly means to be called, but also what it means to be distracted, man. Um, a lot of times, they always say the enemy, steal, kills, and destroy, right? But it's crazy sometimes how he work. And no, this episode's not talking about the enemy, y'all. Don't. We ain't going down that way. But like we always think that the enemy's goal is just to destroy us, right? But sometimes he's not trying to destroy you, man. Like the enemy is just trying to distract you long enough that you never reach what God has promised you. Like again, he said he will distract you long enough for you to never reach that promise that God has that promised you. Because the truth is like the enemy can't take the purpose. He can't take the purpose. So he can't like because God gave you the promise, like God gave you the purpose, he cannot take that away from you. But he also can't cancel your calling. Like God called you, God called me, he can't cancel that. Uh, he can't even reverse what God has already spoken to you. But what he can do is get you so busy, so tired, so overwhelmed, and your focus start to slip. And once your focus slips, your fire starts to fade away. It's crazy. And so like lately, man, I'm walking, like I said, lately, I'm literally walking through that right now, man. Like ever since um ever since I stepped into this new role as the youth leader at our church, like I've been battling with distractions, man. Like, and not just from people or situations, it's been from within me, like myself. Like I've really truly been just battling with distractions. So I'm gonna be real with y'all though. Like when I first accepted the role, which I didn't say yes immediately. Not gonna hold you. I did not say yes immediately. I had to sit on it for a little while. I had to take it to God. I also had to ask, some of my closest friends. Um, had them cover me and just see like. So when I first accepted the role, I definitely was excited. I was excited. I was humble. You know what I'm saying? Because it always feels good whenever when you're seen. You know what I mean? Like you're seen, it feels good. Um, and then of course I was a little nervous too. I was a little nervous, but I started to really think, man, am I really ready for this? Like, can I truly lead young people spiritually? Like, what if I mess up? Excuse me. What if I fail? What if I don't? connect the way I hope to. Like, and those thoughts, man, yes, they may, they small little questions, small little doubt. Like, even though they're small, them things are dangerous. They're dangerous, man. Because distractions doesn't always come from noise. Sometimes it comes from narratives, like the quiet thoughts in your head and your mind that pull you away from faith and back into fear. I talk about fear before on here as well. So, they always say, man, what's the old wise tale? Is like, an idle mind is a devil's playground. Like, that trend is real. Um, and so, like, while God is calling me to step up, I found myself just like stepping back, stepping away, stepping aside. Like, God called me to step up, but I found myself just kind of doing other things, right? Um, I start focusing more on what people might think than what God was actually saying. I'll be on, social media more, scrolling, praying less. I plan more, but spend less time listening. I would say yes to everything, but my spirit would feel drained, man. And like, that's when I realized, like, yo, I'm falling into the trap. I am falling into the trap of the enemy right now. Um, and the enemy doesn't need to ruin your life. He just needs to redirect your attention, which is crazy. He doesn't need to ruin your life. He just needs to redirect your attention. And so, I always love to bring the word in, these conversations in the pod, man. So, this verse hits me pretty heavy. It's First Peter chapter 5, verse 8. It says, "Be alert and of a sober mind. Your enemy the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour." How many people that's watching this thing are some Animal Planet lovers, right? Like, I used to watch Animal Planet all the time growing up. Like, so this is I'm about to tie this all in together. So the lion just doesn't attack anything that moves. He studies, he waits, he looks for the distraction. He looks for the one that's separated from the pack. The one whose eyes have now transitioned from the goal. Like, so that's what happens when we let distractions separate us from prayer, from focus, from community. The enemy waits for that moment of isolation to now plant those seeds of doubt. So, like, just a real talk moment though, man. Like, if you've been feeling off lately, not because you stopped believing, but because your focus has now shifted. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're serving, you're working, showing up, but truly on the inside, man, you feel disconnected. Maybe you still posting the scriptures, maybe you still saying the right words, but deep down, you truly feel distracted, man. Um, Again, I ain't here to call nobody out. I'm not here to judge because, again, I'm going through this thing too. Like, I just really wanted to remind everybody who's listening to this pod that you're not alone. I'm here with you. I'm still going through it. So, like, just to give you some more context on distractions, man, like, sometimes distractions show up as opportunities. Sometimes it can look like a relationship, a job, some more money, good things. But what makes it a distraction is that if it pulls you away from purpose, then they're not from God. So those distractions, those opportunities that pulls you away from your purpose, then they're not from God. God is not going to steer you away from your purpose. So, like, distraction doesn't always mean bad things. Sometimes it's just doing the right thing at the wrong time. Like, that could be a distraction. Like, So just to being honest, like just to be honest, like saying yes to God, it feels good, bro. It does. It does. It feels good until the reality of the assignment hits you. Like it feels good to be called into it's like, oh snap, I'm walking in this thing now. Like what? Like what's going on? Because like when you say yes to purpose, you say yes to pruning. When you say yes to the calling, you say yes to confrontation, bro. Like not with others, but with yourself. Like not with others, but with yourself. Like it's not gonna be other people. It could be within you, your mind, your heart. Like you're battling that. Um, like for me, what I'm saying, stepping into this new season of life and of leadership, it came with a lot of internal wrestling. Like a lot. Like, I talked about it in one of my episodes just being stretched. I felt that God is now stretching me in areas where I'm not so comfortable. Like I'm feeling the growing pains. He was calling me into discipline, um, to consistency, to stillness. Like, and it's been a struggle. Um, and truly, that's when the distractions hit the most. You know what I'm saying? Like it hits the hardest. Like when God is trying to develop you, that's when those distractions can come. Like because development feels uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good. Like you don't, and that's the thing. Like when you're in that developmental stage, like excuse me, when you're in that developmental stage, man, it doesn't feel good. It feels because you don't see the reward right away, and that's the hardest thing, bro. Like even using the gym as an example, man, you going to work out and you think like, oh yeah, I done worked out, I done started walking, I done walked about 3 miles a day, I should see 3 pounds fall off. It ain't that easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get the affirmation you want right away. But that's just how and when God does his best work is during that developmental stage. Um, so like we had to learn. I say we, me, you. I had to learn, and again, we're still learning every single day. We're still learning that my strength doesn't come from what I can't control, man. It comes from my willingness to surrender. Like that's where my true strength comes from. And I'm gonna say that one more time, man. My strength, your strength doesn't come from what we can control. It comes from what we're willing to surrender. And maybe that's what God is probably teaching us right now. Like, stop fighting to control it and start trusting this process. Um, Distraction often shows up when we're trying to do it all by ourselves. And that's where I found myself. I found myself like trying to do it all by myself. Like, because destiny requires dependency. Dependency on God, dependency on his word, and dependency on his timing. So like just think, like every time you try to rush ahead, there's a reminder. And again, going to the word, it's a reminder right here. Be still and know that I am God. Be still, bro. Be still, sis, and know that he's God. That's Psalms chapter 46, verse 10. Like so now, when those distractions, man, like when they start rising, the doubt, the pressure, the noise, sit back, take a breath, pray, pause, man, and just remind yourself. I have to remind myself of what he said. Like, you got to remind yourself of that. You know what I'm saying? Take the time because the distractions are going to continue to come. The doubt is not going to go away forever. Like, I feel like I know some of the best successful people that still has doubt in their mind. But when it comes, again, sit back, be still, pray. So if this, listening right now, man, you feeling scattered, You feeling distracted, unsure. Like, just know that that doesn't disqualify you. Like, it means, we human. We're human. God made us human. Um, because I want to tell you, man, that your distraction is not your destination. You can refocus. We can refocus. We can restart, and we can realign. Like, don't let what we're feeling or what I'm feeling, what you're feeling, to cause you to forget what you're called to be. Like, cause you can't. Like, don't let it. Know how and be equipped to know how to, again, be still, pray, and realign yourself. Because God hasn't changed his mind about you, bro. Like, he hasn't changed his mind. Even if we lose focus, because again, we're human. Even if we lose focus, it doesn't mean that he changed his mind on what he called us to do or what purpose he gave us. He didn't change his mind, man. Like, you still chosen, you still called, and you still covered. Like, so, a little challenge, man, this week, man. This week, I want you to take that focus back. Take that focus back, man. Put your phone down. Not while you listen to this episode, though. I want you to listen to this episode to its entirety. Um, but get your focus back. Get your focus back. Get quiet. Get in prayer and ask God, what do you want to see right now? So, like, I'm learning that the distractions are just signals. You know what I mean? They're just signals, and they reveal where my attention has drifted. But every time I catch it, it's time to bring the focus back to God. And, like, you know what that do? That make you stronger when you're able to refocus and bring your attention back to God, man. So, like, as we continue this journey, man, balancing ministry, like, this is so new for me. Balancing ministry, my personal life, my spiritual growth. I want, again, this is an invitation, man, to do it with me, grow with me. You know what I'm saying? Grow with me. Like, because again, we know we don't have it all figured out. Like, we don't have it all figured out. Like, it's we're going through the journey, we're going through the struggle in the process of becoming who God called us to be. But that's it, man. Like, I hope this episode, has refocused, has helped you refocus, encouraged you to refocus. But if this episode spoke to you, or if you know somebody that's currently dealing with distractions, share it with them. Send them the link. Like it, comment, share it, send them the link. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we all might need that little reminder that it's okay to be distracted. Let's go ahead and refocus. So, like, stay focused, stay grounded, and remember, that distractions lose power when your devotion stays strong. Your distraction lose power when your devotion stays strong, man. So, until next time, family, like, keep growing, keep healing, and keep working in your purpose. Like, thank you for listening, man. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.